Hello, and welcome to McKinley Elementary Virtual Open House. We're your fourth grade team, Mrs. Schaefer, Mrs. Silvis, Mrs. Weiser, Mr. Zaleski, and Mr. Hoffman. We're glad you're here. I'm Ms. Schaefer. You can find me in room 27. I'm a graduate of Penn State University and Edinburgh University, and I have 16 years teaching experience. Parents often ask, what should my child be doing while they're online? I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our expectations and hopefully provide you with some answers. Online learning is about the same as learning in the classroom. Our expectations are the same. We ask that you help your child to arrive on time, wear appropriate clothing, and be organized and prepared. That would include having all their materials ready to go and their laptop charged. Please make sure that your child has finished eating and has used the restroom before school starts. Also, please help your child to find a good place to sit. They should be away from other things that are going on, such as siblings and pets. Your child needs to be able to concentrate. If you are having issues connecting, lagging, getting booted off, our IT department is there to help. You can reach them by calling 814-874-6801. They can actually take control of your device and make sure everything's okay. So if you're having any issues at all, please reach out to them. Just like in a regular classroom, we ask that your child is respectful with their eyes watching, their ears listening, that they're sitting upright in a chair with their hands relaxed. Please remind them to join the Zoom meeting with their camera on and their microphones off. Most importantly, we need to remember to relax and do our best. We're all learning together, and together we're going to get through this. We're here to help, so please let us know if you need anything.
Hello, my name is Mr. Hoffman, and I am the special education teacher at McKinley. I'm going to talk to you about what we will be doing this year for special education. A little bit about me before we start. I am the fourth grade education teacher, as I said. My room is in room 25. This is my fourth year teaching overall, my third year at the Erie City Public Schools, and my second year at McKinley. This is also my second year teaching fourth grade at McKinley. I am very excited to be back in fourth grade this year to help your students through fourth grade. What we use in special education. We use the assessment and remediation lessons in CKLA, as well as the burst intervention curriculum through CKLA. These two things together really help us get an overall view of what your student might need help with to help bridge the gap in reading. And these two curriculums give us great lessons to use to help your student grow in the area of reading. For math, we use Ready Math remedial skills. So we are going to look at those things that your student needs a little help with, and we're going to use the Ready Math curriculum to help fill in those gaps. Here are some things that we do in special education that are a little more support than the student gets in the regular classroom. Audio and visual recordings of text. So anything that's written, I will record my voice over it, or I will sometimes use a combination of a video of me talking about that or showing them how to use something, as well as me talking over it. Extended time, so we will give students more time to complete assignments or tests as necessary. Giving frequent breaks. There are breaks throughout the school day, but if a student needs more breaks can absolutely be offered to that student. Reading groups, so if your student qualifies to have groups in reading, I will meet with them every day to help fill in the gap for reading skills. The same thing for math groups. If your student qualifies for math, I will meet with them every day to help them gain some skills for math. Organizers for writing. I use these for all of my students. So they will be given an organizer that gives them kind of the outline of what the writing piece is going to be about, with sentence starters in there to help organize their thoughts and help them write something into one cohesive paragraph or essay. There's also skill and drill applied in special education. So I will teach a skill, and I might teach it 2 to 3 days and keep revisiting it, and then I will drill that skill. So make sure that we are practicing it a lot so that we really understand what that skill is and how to complete it. Small groups. This goes beyond the groups for reading and math. These are small groups for testing, or even I will come into the classroom and pull a small group of special education students just to make sure we're all on the same page and that we're all understanding, and provide support as needed to help them through everyday classroom work. And using positive reinforcement. So telling your kid they did a great job today, welcome to class, giving them a reward system to help motivate them throughout the school day is something we do with special ed and general education as well. Here's my contact information. Again, my name is Mr. Zachary Hoffman. My room is room 25. And my email's below.
Hi, this is Mr. Zaleski, the 4th grade teacher in room 33 this year, and I will be outlining our online learning system, Schoology. A little bit about myself. This is my 2nd year at McKinley and my 1st year of teaching 4th grade. Last year, I was part of the academic support team, and I previously worked with a few students who are currently in 4th grade. I graduated from Edinburgh University and previously attended Collegiate Academy. I have lived in Erie my whole life. My favorite children's book is The True Story of the Three Little Pigs, and I'm a big Cleveland sports fan. In fact, if you were to come into my room, you would see sports memorabilia from the various teams decorating my room. Schoology is our online learning platform. Schoology is very easily accessed through the district website. There is a direct link for the site after you click on the student link on our website. Their login information is the same information they use to log into their Chromebook. The 6-digit lunch number is their username, and the password is the one that was previously provided to log into their Chromebook, usually the capital word followed by 2 numbers. Some helpful tools on Schoology. When you first log in to the webpage, on the right, there are overdue and upcoming assignments. This allows you as a parent or as a student to see what assignments you may have forgot to turn in or forgot to do during your asynchronous time or in class, and gives you an idea of what may be upcoming for the day and what to expect to work on later in the day. Another helpful tool allows you to message your child's teachers. At the top of your screen, you will see an envelope. This envelope will allow you to message any teacher in the building. You can message your child's teacher, the speech specialist, the learning support, the community director, and anyone else you may need to reach. All you have to do is click on this envelope, type in the last name of the teacher you're trying to contact, and send them a message. It will go directly to their Schoology page, and they will respond to you. The courses on Schoology. Every student is enrolled in at least 4 courses for their classroom: math, reading, science, and social studies. Some students, in addition to these, will see other courses on their homepage. For example, speech and learning support courses may be present as well. Here, students will find Zoom links for their meetings with either the speech specialist or their learning support teacher. By clicking on any of these courses and any of these links, you will have access to any assignments and materials that the teacher has posted for you to read or complete. Thank you. I hope this was helpful.
Hi, 4th graders and McKinley families. My name is Mrs. Silvis. My email address is nsilvis@eriesd.org, and my classroom is in room 28. Some things about me. I grew up going to school in the Erie School District. This is my 3rd year teaching in the district. I've taught 4th and 2nd grade as well as pre-K. This is my 1st year teaching at McKinley Elementary, and before joining the McKinley family, I was a teacher at Piper Burley for the past 2 years. Some things I love. I love my family and spending time with them, especially my husband Michael and my nephew Colton. I love snuggling with our 2 bunnies, Crush and Dory. I love sweets, especially ice cream and Reese's cups. I love teaching 4th grade, and I love my students, past and present. Switching gears, now I'm going to be sharing some information on Ready Math and iReady, which is the math curriculum that was adopted by the Erie School District last year. You might have noticed that your student was given 2 math books. The first book is their Ready Math instruction book. This book will be used during our lessons to introduce and teach new learning material. The second book is the Ready Math practice and problem solving book. This book will be used during our lessons as additional practice for skills that were recently taught. The next thing we're going to talk about is iReady. This is the online component to your students' Ready Math curriculum. You'll notice that if you go to the To Do tab at the bottom of the screen, this is what you'll see on your student screen. There's 2 sides here. The first side is the teacher assigned. This is where your child will see lessons assigned by their teacher. They could be lessons focused on what we're currently learning, or lessons to give extra practice on a specific area. They could also be used to assess your child's prior knowledge. On the right side, you'll see it's labeled My Path. This is where your child will see lessons geared specifically toward their areas of need. These needs are determined by the results of their diagnostic and will help close some of the gaps in learning that your child might have. There's also a family video that gives more detail on iReady, located here at the bottom of the screen. Moving over to the My Progress tab, you'll see a section labeled Math Lesson Stats. This is where students can check their progress for the week as well as for the school year. It shows both their time on task for the week as well as how many lessons they've passed so far this year. iReady recommends at least 45 minutes of time on task each week. Time will be provided to your child during the school week in order for them to meet this goal. One final thing to note about iReady is that each lesson should be completed independently. Ready Math believes strongly in the power of productive struggle. However, if a student is unable to pass the current lesson they're on, iReady will automatically adjust that student's path and will notify their teacher that they are struggling and may need some help. Thank you for everything you do. Please let us know if you have any questions. Our 4th grade team and McKinley family are here to support you however we can. Please feel free to send me a message on Schoology or email me at any time at nsilvis@eriesd.org. Thanks again.
Hi, everybody. I'm doing the reading portion of our program for CKLA, and that's our Core Knowledge Language Arts program. A little bit about myself. There's my email, and this is my 26th year of teaching, 7 in the Erie Public Schools, several years in Erie and in North Carolina. I attended Edinburgh University for all 3 of my degrees in business, elementary education, and in reading for my master's, and I am a reading specialist with the state of Pennsylvania. So our CKLA program in 4th grade has 8 units. Unit 1 is personal narratives, and we're about halfway through that right now. Unit 2 is empires in the Middle Ages, and the boys and girls absolutely loved this lesson and this unit last year. Unit 3 is poetry. Unit 4 is called Eureka, Student Inventor, and it was by far our favorite unit last year. It's presented in the format of a game show, and the students work together and create inventions and study inventors, and they just really, really liked this unit. Unit 5 is geology. Unit 6 is contemporary fiction. Unit 7, the American Revolution, and Unit 8, Treasure Island. And all of the CKLA units bring in subject areas of science and social studies. So when your students are working, you might see them doing and being engaged in these types of activities. You'll hear them reading selections, and we don't want them to be embarrassed doing this at their house. We want them reading out loud with us. That's why them having their headphones in and their earbuds will help them to block out some of that background noise so they can concentrate. We want them to be writing. They will be answering comprehension questions in complete sentences, and we want them to start really to develop that 5-sentence paragraph, and we work on creative writing throughout the entire school year. You'll see them engaged in activities of grammar with us focusing on capitals and punctuation and commas and quotation marks and correct end punctuation, parts of speech. Morphology, this is when we have them break their words apart with prefixes, suffixes, root words, so they can help figure out the meaning. Some spelling activities, they're not included in all of our lessons. We want them to build a rich vocabulary of story content words and language arts words, and we want to hear them using those words in daily conversation. And this is huge. Our boys and girls need to start to be able to find text evidence to support their written responses. So when you hear us or you hear them talking about going back in the story and they have to find evidence to prove their answer, this is what we're talking about, that important text evidence. So you might ask yourself what you can do at home to help your child. First of all, making sure that we have current emails and phone numbers is critical so that we can stay in touch with one another. It's important to read to and with your child every day. Just cozy up on the couch and grab a book and have some quiet time and let them see you writing as well as reading. Ask your child what they're doing in school. Ask them what's coming easy and ask them what they're struggling with and what they need some extra help. Talk to us, please, and let us know what's happening. One disadvantage is that we don't see these children every day like we have in the past, and we don't know where their struggles are and all of their successes. And another huge problem is that we can't hear them. They're getting really good with their chats and their dry erase boards, but now more than ever, families and schools need to work together. Please reinforce our McKinley expectations. Your child really needs to have an area that's free of distraction so that they can focus and do their best work. We know it's difficult having multiple kids in one house, but if they could find an area that's quiet, at least have no music, TV, any other electronics and conversations taking place, then they'll be able to do school to the best of their ability. And please let them do their own work. Make sure your child is on time for class. 8:45 is when we start in the morning. 12:30 is independent work time, not a continuation of lunch. They should be on CKLA activities. They can go to the CKLA library in the hub. They can be on iReady, Amplify, ReadWorks, Extra Math. We give them their directions before we leave for lunch. Please be aware of screen time. Once the school day is over, please let your child stop and get away from that screen and go outside and have some downtime so they can unwind and relax, even once the snow starts. Please check your grades with your child. If they're missing anything, they have to get on to Schoology and complete those assignments. We tell the kids every day, stay on with us at 2:15 if they need our help in getting things completed. You can explore Schoology with your child. Just don't do any of the assignments until we tell the kids to do so. Remember, this is our classroom motto for this time. Just because we aren't at school doesn't mean we aren't in school. We are still doing school every day. Having that positive attitude towards this current situation really is going to mean so very much. Our kids are going to take the lead from the adults around them. If they see that their family values this educational experience and is working together with their school and their teachers, it's going to make a difference. Even if we're not in an actual classroom, your child will still benefit with that positive attitude. And last but not least, we can't say thank you enough for everything you're doing at home to support us. Remember, we're all in this together. We are all McKinley strong all day. Thank you so much, and let's have a fabulous school year.